one of the history's most bold and fearless female pirates. Right story. Here's a story about one of history's most bold and fearless female pirates, inspired by the likes of Anne Bonny, Mary Read, and other legendary women who defied the odds on the high seas. _for the Crimson Tempest. In the Golden Age of Piracy, when the Caribbean seas churned with blood and gold, there sailed a woman whose name struck terror into the hearts of sailors and governors alike. Captain Isolde Red Blade Vane. Born in 1698 to a disgraced English noblewoman and a shipwright in Port Royal, Isolde's life was destined for the shadows. Her mother died young, and her father's debts left her orphaned and penniless by 16. But Isolde was no wilting flower. She was a storm waiting to break. One sweltering night, after fending off a drunken sailor with a broken bottle, Isolde stole his cutlass and slipped aboard a merchant sloop docked in the harbor. She cut her hair, bound her chest, and signed on as Isaac Vane, a wiry deckhand with a fire in her eyes. Her disguise held for months as she learned the ropes, literally and figuratively, until a storm wrecked the ship off the coast of Nassau. There, among the lawless pirate haven, her true self emerged. Isolde shed her alias and joined a crew under the infamous Captain Elias Crow, a grizzled rogue who saw her skill with a blade and her fearless grin. She earned her moniker Red Blade after a raid on a Spanish galleon, where she carved through the deckhands like a whirlwind, her stolen cutlass dripping crimson under the sun. When Crow took a cannonball to the chest during a skirmish with the Royal Navy, Isolde seized her chance. With a pistol in one hand and a rallying cry on her lips, she claimed the ship. A sleek brigantine, she rechristened the Crimson Tempest, and its crew as her own. Under her command, the Tempest became a legend. Isolde was no mere plunderer. She was a tactician. She struck hard and fast, targeting fat merchant vessels and outwitting naval patrols with daring maneuvers. Her crew, a motley band of outcasts and runaways, adored her for her boldness and fairness. She split the loot evenly and spared those who surrendered, though her mercy was rare. Her signature was a red sash tied to the mast, a warning to all who saw it: fight and die, or yield and live. One of her most audacious feats came in 1722, when she ambushed a convoy off the coast of Havana. Disguised as a plague ship, the Tempest flew tattered flags and drifted listlessly until the Spanish ships drew near to investigate. Then, with a signal from Isolde's raised fist, her crew sprang to life. Cannons roared, grappling hooks flew, and Isolde herself led the boarding party, leaping onto the flagship with a laugh that echoed over the gunfire. The convoy fell in hours, its gold and silver hauled aboard the Tempest as the survivors rode away in terror. But Isolde's boldness came at a cost. The British Crown placed a bounty on her head, 500 pounds alive, 200 dead, and sent Captain Jonathan Harrow, a relentless naval officer, to hunt her down. Harrow cornered the Tempest near the Bahamas in 1724, his frigate outgunning her brigantine 2-1. Most captains would have struck their colors, but not Isolde. She ordered her crew to ram Harrow's ship, boarding it in a chaos of smoke and steel. Witnesses swore they saw her dueling Harrow on the quarterdeck, her red hair blazing like a torch as she parried his saber with her cutlass. The fight ended when a stray cannon shot splintered the deck beneath them, sending both into the sea. Harrow washed ashore, half dead and raving about this she-devil pirate. Isolde was never seen again. Some say she drowned, her body claimed by the waves. Others whisper she swam to a hidden quay, her share of the loot buried under the sand, waiting for the day she'd return. Her crew scattered, but her legend grew. Ballads sung in taverns from Tortuga to London, tales of the fearless Red Blade, the woman who ruled the seas with a blade and a smile. To this day, sailors crossing the Caribbean swear they see a red sash fluttering in the wind on moonless nights, a ghost of the boldest pirate queen to ever sail. Underscore 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 underscore.